Oh, it started.
And we're back.
This will be a much shorter episode than our last one.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes, it will be.
So no worries.
I love how people, I feel like we're always so concerned, like, oh, it's so long. It's like, don't listen to it.
Yeah, pause it. Come back.
Exactly. Break it up. Listen to the last episode in 6 days because that's how long we were in London. So like every time we explain a day and then we're at the end of the day, stop it and then listen to the next day, the next day.
You could do that.
You could actually, that would actually
get you
be
through
cool.
your week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Start it on a Friday and end it on a Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's your plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the plan for today?
Today, we are doing one of our favorite things. Sorry. The 3,000 Questions About Me book.
Our sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Have we talked about this book at all yet?
I don't know, but we talk about it with so many people at
We
church
do.
and so many people bought in it that I feel like we should get a little bit
100%.
of
Like
what's the word for that?
We're influencers.
No.
We're
There's a word for receiving not a discount. I don't know. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Like you receive a little bit of the portion because
you
helped sell it.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called.
Me neither.
Let's not kill ourselves trying to figure it out.
Cool. So basically, it's literally a book with 3,000 questions in it. Like the pages are just like all just questions. And we like to play a game as a family where we say pick a number between 1 and 3,000, and then we read that question and everyone has to answer it honestly.
Yeah.
And it can be anything from like, what's your favorite color to like, do you fear death?
Yeah.
That just reminded me of, do you fear death?
And I know that reference now.
Yes.
Yay.
So good. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do for this episode is literally just leave it up to the book as to what we're going to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Am I going first?
Sure.
Meaning, am I opening it and are you giving me a question?
Oh, 91.
Pick a number. Any number.
92.
Oh.
My gut said 92.
Okay. 92.
You went way too far.
Yeah, I did. You can get this book at your local chapters. It's like $14.
That's great.
92.
Oh, crap.
Describe yourself in terms of food.
Like pick a food that would describe me?
I don't know.
Oh, I've done this before.
You interpret it however you want.
I have mine.
Okay.
It's set in stone.
Okay.
I am an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
Okay. Explain.
Well, my hair is curly, so I have texture and stuff like that. I feel like the oatmeal kind of cookie, it's not a totally smooth cookie.
No, it's not.
You know, that type of thing. And I love chocolate. And it's sweet.
True.
But it can be bittersweet too. And
Why can it be bittersweet?
because it's chocolate. It can be
bittersweet
chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I gave you a real judgmental look right there.
Because it's chocolate.
You know, I'm not an optimist, but I'm not a pessimist. I'm like an in-between.
A realist.
So I am an oatmeal
Chocolate chip cookie.
bittersweet. No, is it bittersweet or semi-sweet? Well, semi-sweet sounds nicer.
Uh-huh.
Semi-sweet.
You're
chocolate chip.
semi-sweet.
That sounds really mean.
You're the one who just said that sounds nicer.
Yep.
I'm semi-sweet. That's
I
hilarious.
kind of feel like, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I've never thought about this, like, if I were a food, what would I be?
I was going to give you a suggestion, but I don't agree with it. I was going to say Lucky Charms, but the cereal outside of the marshmallows is too plain to be you.
Yeah, to be me, that's true. What's an obnoxious food?
I feel like you need to be a colorful cereal.
Yeah.
You need to be Fruit Loops. Or Trix. Trix is better than Fruit Loops.
No.
Thanks, Caitlin.
No. No. It's my food, so Fruit Loops. I feel like I've maybe said that before, actually. Fruit Loops. I'm colorful. I'm sweet.
And there's milk. Milk is smooth and creamy. You're super smooth with people. No, that sounds weird. I meant, this is like a really bad
I was
start.
like, what do you mean?
I need to have a filter. I mean, you're really good with people. Not smooth as in like a smooth talker, but like you just, you get along with everybody.
I think you're reading into this really deeply.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I don't think we've ever had that question before.
No one judged us based off of that first
We're
question.
filming. It's later at night, so we're tired.
I've been going to bed late too.
Oh man, me too. Okay.
Staying up doing homework.
Okay. Question numero 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Page 1. Oh no.
What is your current state of mind?
Oh.
Be honest.
At peace.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Explain.
At peace in my mind is like there's turbulence and there's craziness, but you're at peace.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Peace in the midst of chaos.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now. Lots of stuff going on in my life.
Okay.
But I'm at peace.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What about you?
I'm the complete opposite. I hate this question right now. I'm so stressed out. School is just killing me.
Yeah.
I have 3 courses. I think I'm a little bitter because one of them is a gen ed, just a general education course.
Those ones are always
I really
dumb.
want a petition to get those removed. No, like seriously though.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's a money grab.
It's a money grab and it's forcing stress on you.
Yeah.
Like I know they're like, get out of your comfort zone. That's for high school. Take the random courses
or just for you to do on your own time.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay to do it.
I'm a nursing student. I want to just
Learn
I'm
nursing.
stressed out enough. Like that is an intense course. But I think that's stressing me out.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. That's
I feel like
valid.
there's something else going on. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think because I've also been doing school. For those who don't know, I don't know if I talked about this before. I'm in the part-time program.
Right.
So that means I go like winter, summer, fall.
Yeah.
The whole year. I get 2 weeks off in between each semester. And during those 2 weeks, you have to do homework for your first week back. So really you have a week off.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think I've been doing that for like a year and a half now. And I'm like, I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
So mom's like, you can take a semester off though. But I think that will make my state of mind worse because I won't be with my friends.
Yeah.
I'll have to get to know. And I
was thinking about suggesting it too, like a while ago, but then I'm like, oh, she won't be with her friends anymore. And I don't think that would be good.
I have such an amazing group of friends.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
No, your turn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 123.
I'm really bad at going past or to or not close enough to the page. 123. Oh. Would you rather own a private jet or a luxury yacht?
I don't like this question. I want to do lots of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really like a private jet because I hate those airplane seats in economy.
Literally every time, like so often you have talked about, I wonder how much it really is.
For
or
first
like,
class.
I wonder if I could ever be in first class or first class of this. Like you've been talking about it so much since we got back from London.
Every trip I'm just like, please be one of those seats that the seatbelt isn't working. They're like, let me bump you up.
We have to move you up. Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Upgraded.
But I love the ocean and the sea and the beach.
Interesting.
But I hate sunscreen. So I feel like the private jet plane or whatever would be more practical and more useful. So I'm going to go with that.
Me too. Because I'm not a big like I love the beach but I don't really know a lot about yachts. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I would rather be able to save on plane tickets and just fly somewhere in luxury to a place where I can then just go chill on the beach or go on a yacht or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the private jet to me makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Okay. I have to think of numbers.
Should have chosen our numbers beforehand.
2,094. No, if we choose them ahead of time. Choose them. If we choose them ahead of time, that's no fun.
That's true.
No, we got to do it now.
2,094.
Yes.
What is one thing you wish you knew about your grandparents?
Oh.
I know mine.
Wow. this previous trip back to New Brunswick,
Yeah.
which is our mom's side of the family, I like made it a point to like ask Grandma and Pup questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, when were Grandma and Pup born? What year?
They're
Grandma's 20 years older than Mom.
yes.
Mom was born in 1967.
So
57.
47.
Oh, my question doesn't work.
Was it about World War II? Yeah, I knew it.
Could ask Oma.
Yes, you could.
Anyways, go on. Oh, it kind of worked. Anyways, go ahead.
I mean, Oma is one of our grandparents as well, so
yeah,
you can ask her. That can be your answer.
No, I want to expand.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Wow. Okay, you say yours then. Yeah.
Okay. I would ask Oma because I know that Oma said, what I've heard from Dad is that she remembers, I think, the German army like walking through the streets.
Oh wow.
I feel like chills like just right there.
Yeah.
I'd be very curious about that. Like, she grew up, like, was she panicking?
Yeah.
Did she really understand it? Blah, blah, blah. But then Grandma and Pup lived through, like, the Vietnam War and the Cold War and stuff like that. I want to know if Pup was, like, for the Vietnam War, they picked numbers out of, like, birthdays out of a hat and was like, anyone born on this day, you're shipped off. You're in the army.
Yeah.
They like, what's that called? It was whatever, when you're forced to be in the army.
Yeah.
Because they were desperate.
Yeah.
So I want to know if Pup was like, was that a U.S. thing? Was that not in Canada?
Yeah.
I just want to know because, like, I think our kids are going to want to know, like, what was it like when you found out about COVID and things being shut down? Like, I want to know what their thought process was when,
mindset.
like, is a nuclear bomb going to come in, like, during the Cold War? Like, I'm very curious about what their mindset was. And
I was more thinking, like, I want to know something. Like, I already know the story of how they met. And I don't actually know if I know, like, how they became Christians.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think
this summer.
If I do, I forgot.
Yeah.
But then also I was thinking of, like, I like knowing about people's childhoods.
Yeah.
I feel like I know quite a bit about them, like, as parents and when they got married and how they met and all of that stuff. But I don't really think I know about, their childhood.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Nice.
Actually, we were just talking about them too.
Yeah. We're going to see them this summer.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
A day. Number. Me.
2,134.
2,134. Do you do what you say you will?
No. I'm really trying to get better at it. Mom and I are very similar. And she was like, oh, I'm really good at, like, talking the talk, but not, like, walking the walk, like, with something.
Yeah. I
like,
think
when it comes to, like, I am kind of bad at, like, hey, we should get together.
Right.
And then I never end up doing it, that type of thing. So I've been trying to be more aware of that and be like, if I say we're getting together, I'm going to message you tomorrow and, like, figure it out when it would work. But
for me, it's like the little things. Like, I mentioned in the last episode how my friends Caitlin, Emily, and I went and did, like, a little European tour kind of thing. And Caitlin and I had always talked about doing that because, like, we grew up together. So we talked about doing it in high school. I'm the type of person that when I say I want to do something, like, big, like, I'll actually do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, something like that. Or, like, moving out the way that my apartment is. Like, I said that's how my apartment would be, like, for my whole life. You know what I mean? So in that kind of stuff, I do what I say I'm going to do. When I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have a cereal themed birthday party, I'm like, so then I'm going to have a cereal themed birthday party.
Right.
You know, and the big stuff. What I need to be better at is, like, even in work, I'll if I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it, but, like, in a really long time, like, eventually.
Right. Which is fine. That's still doing what
some things do actually just need time, but I need to be better at just, like, when it pops into my head, just do it right then. Especially just little menial tasks.
I was
you know
thinking
what I mean?
more like big ideas.
No.
something
like
other than
one
the
day
fun
we're
fair.
gonna do this event. No, that kind
Oh.
of thing takes
okay.
time. But I just mean like, oh, I'm gonna send. Someone asked me if I would send them this article or to email them, or it's just like do it when it pops into your head. I'm trying to be better at that.
Last year, not so much this year because school's stressing me out, so I'm kind of like cutting myself a break.
Yeah.
But last year, I was very like, I procrastinate so much, like on little stupid tasks that I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to do things that I don't want.
Yeah.
Like clean the litter. If it pops into my head, just
do
do it right then.
Yes,
don't
I've been
wait
doing that
until
as
11
well.
o'clock at night when you're tired. Like, you know, just to show myself I can do things that I don't want to do.
Yep. Totally.
Although now I've been trying to help myself with that, and I put a podcast on in the background.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Just
fine
to,
to find things
make
that
it
help
fun.
you. Totally. I listen to Adventures in Odyssey while I'm doing mundane tasks at work all the time.
My other problem with the big things, I think because I'm an all or nothing person and I can be quite legalistic, that I switch my mood back and forth, that I like pressure myself into being like, you said you were going to do this and you have. And I'm like, I'm not doing it for the right reason. So
there's some things that you don't
flip-flop back and forth so much.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm also very indecisive, and I'm just, that's me.
With things that aren't like a promise, like if it's like
Mom closed the laundry door. It scared me.
With things that aren't like, like if you were younger and you were like, I've always or you've said that, you know, you're kind of interested in moving to London to be a nurse. If 2 years from now, when you graduate, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, that's okay.
I know, it just sounds so cool.
I know, but I'm just saying things like that. That's not you making a promise to someone. Like,
no,
it's okay to change your mind on things.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
Okay.
79.
79.
I don't think we've done any questions that we've previously done. Like as a family.
No, I don't think so.
Usually we're like, we've all suggested the same number a million times.
Yeah.
And we're like, we've done this one before.
Yeah. Have you had a health scare?
No.
No?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. When I was living in Indonesia, all of a sudden I woke up one morning and it was like incredibly hard to breathe. Not hard. It was painful.
Right.
Like I could breathe, but every time I took a breath, it was like a sharp pain in my chest.
Right.
That was excruciating.
Were you worried that, like, what were you worried that it was something?
No, I was more just like, I don't want to feel this way anymore. It was just so painful, you know? And it was just coming up on my vacation time that I took.
Oh,
so I was
right.
like, I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? And it was more also just being in a third world country and like trying to figure it out. And I wasn't really nervous about anything.
Were you nervous about going to the hospital? Because did you end up going to the hospital?
Yeah, to get like an
X-ray?
An X-ray. I wasn't nervous about it. I was more just thinking like, do they actually like know what they're talking about?
Yeah.
It's a third world country. Like I'm in a jungle city, like in the middle of, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I think one of the scariest things would be being in a hospital where other people don't, like the doctors don't speak your language.
Oh, if I was like staying overnight,
terrifying.
I would have pooped my pants. Like that would have been horrible. I just went in for an X-ray and then they were like, there's nothing wrong. And we basically, our assumption is that I sneezed really, really hard and popped a rib out, but then the rib went back in, and that in the process of doing that, it bruised something near my lungs so that every time I breathed, it was excruciating.
How long did it take for it to go away?
Probably like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I did also have, I've had cysts before that were incredibly painful.
Yeah.
And that was more of a scare. That was more of like a,
what
oh my goodness,
going
like,
on?
yeah,
Is it
exactly.
my appendix?
Like,
Blah, blah.
and just like lumps and stuff like that, that I've been like, oh man, like this could be something. But that also, I don't think I thought about it too much because again, like the scare part of it or the future part of it, because I was just in so much pain. Like when you're in so much pain, you're like,
just someone figure this out.
Nothing means anything. Like you're just so over it. You know what I mean? So yeah. What about you?
I had one at the beginning of COVID when I started having headaches every single day.
Oh yeah.
By the time it got to a year, of having headaches every single day.
Yeah.
I called the doctor's office and I was like, so I've been having headaches every single day. And they were like, how long has this been going on for? And I told them. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll get you in like tomorrow. And I was kind of like, they seem a little bit concerned. And then my osteopath was like, you need to go get an MRI because like what we're doing isn't helping.
Yeah.
And at that point I was watching a health documentary. And it was about brain surgery. And they were describing like headaches every single day and like a brain tumor. And there was one point where I was like, there's a very real there was truly a real possibility that I could like have a brain tumor, which there was a moment where I was scared. Yeah. But then I was kind of like, you know what? Just go figure it out. Yeah. And I didn't end up having a brain tumor, but that was a little bit like scary. Going under, I think it's the brain is so like wild and like not a lot is known about it and stuff like that. So that I think just the idea of like someone cutting into the thing that makes me is like a little true. That's intimidating. Yeah, but please I was careful. But then it was fine. Sense. It was a stupid documentary. Oh, I mean, that was a fantastic documentary.
Don't watch stuff about medical stuff when you're going through it. Just
bad timing.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh, I have to pick a number.
Yes, you do.
Let's go 100. And did you do 101?
Nope.
Okay, 101.
Have you ever swerved off the road to avoid hitting something or someone?
Not off the road. When I first started driving and like I still dread hitting a squirrel or a bird like that. I've done a little swerve, not off the road, but I used to close my eyes.
I think lots of people do.
I was driving home from church and I was like, oh, a squirrel. And I closed my eyes. I was like, oh. And Mom was like, can you keep your eyes open, please? I was like, oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I also have never swerved off the road, but one time when I was driving home late from Keswick, luckily there was no one on the road and a deer...
Are you serious?
Was actually like, it didn't come like out in front of me, but it came like onto the side of the road and I swerved into the lane beside me without even thinking. So if there had been a
checking.
Oh yeah, there was no time. Like, and I remember thinking like, if there had been a car beside me, would have just rammed right into it. Yeah. So now when I'm driving late at night on like a country road, I'm just like constantly checking my mirrors to be like, okay, if I needed to swerve, could I swerve?
That's smart.
You know?
Yeah. Or maybe if it's a 3-lane, stay in the middle lane.
Yes.
So that the deer isn't right there in front of you.
Exactly.
If it does come out. Yeah.
I think it's the only time I've ever swerved for something.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number. I was about to say 3,000. It's like, oh, it's only 3,000.
The last question isn't good.
Isn't good?
I looked at 3,000. Like, what a bummer.
I know. 1,000. 800. 96.
1,896.
Yep.
What's the most creative excuse to get out of doing something you don't want to do?
Oh man. I mean,
our friends watch this. They know what excuse. Is it supposed to be an excuse that we've done?
I mean, when I was in high school one time, a guy that I thought was interested in me that I was not interested in asked if I wanted to, like, he didn't ask me out on a date, but he was like, oh, we should go to Tim's. And I texted my other friend and was like, invite me to do something with you today.
Oh,
and then he was like, do you want to do something today? And I was like, yes. So then I texted the other guy back and was like, oh, so sorry, I'm busy. My conflict avoiding.
Two shoes of you to not just lie and be like, I'm busy.
Yeah, true. Nope.
You're like, someone must text me.
Didn't even think of that.
That's so funny.
It needed to be somewhat true. That was something I did once. I'm trying to think if there's been any other.
I don't
think I've ever had a creative.
We weren't. Yeah.
We're not excuse kind of people.
No. I've used my health issues.
But isn't that legitimate?
When it's not truly bad enough that like I can't go, but I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I just don't really want to, and my head kind of hurts. So
I strive.
That sounds really bad. I'm sorry.
To be Phoebe from Friends I think it's the very first episode.
She's like, I would, Phoebe, but I don't want to.
Yeah, Phoebe, do you want to come? Oh no, sorry. Don't they say, oh, why not? And she says, oh, I just don't want to. Like it's something along those lines. Also, I have a friend who is so straightforward. And one time I texted him and was like, hey, a bunch of us are going for a hike. Do you want to come? And he texted back, no, thanks. Thanks for the offer, though. And I was like, oh, I wasn't offended by it.
People can do that?
I know. We always think that we have to say why.
Yeah.
You can just say, no, I'm good. But the reason I don't do that is because I think the other person's going to be offended. But then he did it to me and I wasn't offended. I was actually like,
props. You know what?
I strive to be you.
I actually watched a TED Talk on that. And it was called
TED Talks.
How to Not Give an F.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
There's a whole book about it too, right?
Recommend.
Yes.
Like it says the F word, but she has really great points.
Yeah.
It's just don't give a crap. Like you just say she was.
And
like,
you can still be polite and kind.
Yeah.
But you don't have to always make excuses.
She was talking about something like big corporate, like work events and stuff like that, or like a work birthday party that you don't really know anybody. You feel obligated. Just say, like, sorry, I can't go. You don't need to give an excuse.
Nope.
Like I was like, I didn't. It's so funny how you have the ability to do it, but it's so hard to make those words come out of your mouth.
Yep. And the other thing, like a recent thing that I've done this year, one of my goals is because I'm an extrovert, I'll like go, even if it's fun things, but then I'll like get so tired and burnt out that my new thing is I have to be home just doing. When I say doing nothing, I don't mean literally just laying around watching TV. Like I could be doing laundry or cooking or drawing or reading a book or whatever, but I have to be home one night a week and one weekend a month. That's my new thing that I'm trying to do. So if someone says, let's say Tuesday night is my night that I need to be home. If someone says like, oh, hey, do you want to hang out on Tuesday? I can say like, oh no, sorry, I can't. Because I think some people think it means that you have to have other plans.
Yeah, you don't. Your plans
My
can be
plans
staying
are
at home.
to do no plans. Exactly. And if they say, oh, why not? I'll explain it to them.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Like that's, yeah.
Yeah.
You also don't have to explain it to them, like, because you don't know them anything.
Yeah, I do think that if somebody's like, oh, why not?
You can't just be like, I can't tell you about it. No, it's a little weird.
You need to like.
But you can just be like, oh, Tuesday's my night to be home.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain the whole thing. Like, that's the other thing is I tend to think like, oh, I need to give the whole background story. It's like, nope.
No.
If they ask another follow-up question, you can answer it, but you don't need to give them everything straight up.
No, you don't need to feel like you need to defend yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, 803.
Oh, okay.
I was scrolling through and I was like, scrolling. Flipping through.
Did you see 803?
No, I just saw the number 8 and I was like, we haven't done
like,
anything in the 800s.
True. What is the biggest high-pressure situation you've ever found yourself in?
Ooh. I know. This is I've been like,
yeah. Are you normally
first.
like,
yeah. I was working at the OBGYN's office and my coworker had never missed a day ever.
Right.
I was still fairly new.
Yeah.
And this was such a busy office. Like we were both, the two of us, just so overwhelmed. I got to work and she called me and I was like, oh, she's not in yet. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And she called me and she's like, I'm so sorry. I had a migraine. I was up all night. She's like, I cannot come to work. 100% valid. I'm like, stay home. Like, you know, but then I panicked and I was like, I have like probably, I don't know, like 50 something clients to like try to like do on my own.
Yeah.
And I had a little cry. I called my dad and I was like, Dad, this is what's going on. I was like, I need you to pray for me. And then finished the call. I composed myself. I was like, you're just gonna do it. And it was intense.
Yeah.
'Cause I also it involved a lot of like making ultrasound appointment, like some
Right.
nerve-wracking stuff for somebody who's like relatively new.
Totally.
But that was like a high pressure situation, but I pulled through. And it's actually, I was asked in an interview once, like, what is something you're really proud of yourself for? And I'm so glad that situation happened because it grew me a lot, and I was able to prove like I can do this and I could be in a high pressure situation and pull through. So yeah.
I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of is we do a fun fair at church every year that I oversee. And it's like we had over 600 people come to it last year. So it's like a massive event.
Yeah.
So like that, but it feels like that's not that. There's not a lot of pressure. I mean, there's pressure because it's like making sure it's well organized and everything and like running well for 600 people. So, I mean, I've definitely felt the pressure in past years. Now I don't as much because I've done better at preparing for it. Mm-hmm. But in previous years, I've felt the pressure.
You're preparing for a lot of people. Yes. And that automatically has pressure associated with it.
And there's so many moving parts. Yeah. You know? That's the only thing that really pops into my brain.
That's fair.
I mean, I have to say, getting my G2 test. No, sorry, not my G2. My G was high pressure because I was about to move to Indonesia for 9 months. And when I got back, I would only have a month to get my G or I would have to start all over again. And so I had I had a test booked for like the month that I was leaving for Indonesia. So it was like, it's this or nothing basically. Yep. Right. So that felt like high pressure because of like the time restraint and everything that was nervous. And there was so many times in Indonesia where I thought to myself, oh man, when I get back, I have to try to get my G. And then I would go, wait, no, I got my G. I'm good. Like I think the pressure was so high that I like wiped it from my brain. Yeah. And so there were times where I got to be like excited all over again that I never had to do that ever again. Like
I still have that thinking about my G. Like,
do you have your G?
I do.
Yes, yeah.
I still am driving and I'm like, I don't have to do a test anymore. Yep. I'm so glad.
Not until I'm
mine expired.
80? What did?
I went 2 years past when I was
because of
supposed
COVID.
to get it. Yeah.
And so there was grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought though that they were gonna eliminate the G.
Oh yeah. You were hoping. Nope. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
mine?
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah.
I was about to say a number that you said at the very beginning. You said 92 at the very beginning.
I did.
And I was about to say 92. It's really weird. 34. I hope it's good.
Me too. That would be kind of a bummer.
They've been good questions.
Oh, this is kind of a letdown.
Oh, what is it?
Do you like watching reruns?
We'll do a second question.
Okay.
Yes. We are huge reruns people.
You know,
we rewatch stuff a million times.
See, we were talking about season 5 of The Office last episode. I've rewatched that season so many times. You know what I read though is that people with anxiety, I think, typically watch reruns because it's something familiar. 100% true. Like on my birthday, you're like, what do you want to watch? Something new or something you've seen? I'm like, nope. Something we've seen before. Like I want something familiar.
For me, it's not the anxiety. For me, it's the thought of wasting time.
Yes.
I'm like, it's why I get the same thing at every restaurant that I go to. Like I don't get the exact same thing at every restaurant, but like true. I go to a specific restaurant and I always get the same thing there because you're like, you could get something and like it more, but you are guaranteed to love this thing because you've had it before. It's the same with a movie.
Yeah.
I could watch a new movie and it could be my new favorite movie, or it could be a complete flop and I just wasted 2 hours of my life.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. You know what's weird though? I find I am more open to trying something new or a movie that I think, oh, I might not like this in the middle of the day than at night. Because I think in the middle of the day, I'm like, you watch it, and if it was a flop, you still have the rest of your day, and you don't feel like you wasted time.
That's very true.
At night, I just picked up on this. I was doing it subconsciously. But then I was like, oh, interesting. Like on my Sabbath on Mondays, if I'm watching a movie in the middle of the day, I'll be like, oh, I've never seen this before. Sure, I'll try this. And I've discovered some of my favorite movies that way. But if it's late at night and I'm like, you have one chance and one chance only because you have to go to bed after this, I'm like, rerun.
That's so true.
Yep.
You're smart.
Thank you.
Okay. One last number.
Yes.
913.
Oh, okay.
Come
on. 913. Oh, I'm going. Okay. Numbers are hard. Okay. The pressure. This is a high pressure situation. Yeah. Oh my Lanta.
Is it decent?
I think so.
Okay.
What did you think was stupid until you tried it?
Oh.
I actually really like that question.
Me too.
For me, sushi.
Yeah, no, I still think it's kind of silly.
I know. I thought sushi. I was
Talk
like,
about
I don't
sushi
understand.
for a little
Okay,
bit.
I don't understand. I didn't understand. I also think, I don't even know if I had actually really tried it before. I don't think I had really tried it before. But I'm like I need substance to my meal. It needs to be like meat and you know what I mean? Like, and if it's going to be pasta, there's got to be like either meat in it or like a thick sauce. Like it has to be heavy because I hate eating light things. So I think I always thought sushi is just like little bits of rice and vegetables and like whatever. It's like, oh no, all you can eat sushi. Oh man. Okay. So good. So I would never, you know how much of an extrovert I am, but my friends would be going out for sushi and I'd be like, well, I'm just going to go home. I hated missing out on the people part, but I was like, I'm not going to pay for something I don't like. Now I'm obsessed with it. Like I crave sushi.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I think there's something better. I know it. But anyways, we're going to go with this because we can't sit here for an hour. I remember as a kid that you used to you loved poutine.
Oh yeah.
And I did think it was like everyone loved poutine and this huge thing. And I think also I was kind of like, oh, Anna's making a big deal about it. I'm sure it's not that good, like type of thing.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I think at first I was kind of like, nah.
Whatever.
But then I was like, oh crap, this is like really good.
I thought of something else for you.
Oh,
couple of things.
Okay.
Coffee.
I never thought it was overrated.
Oh, okay. You just didn't really get into it.
Yeah. I think. I just said I think.
I think.
I thought it was a little bit like seriously. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
everyone was kind of like, okay, why is coffee?
Yeah.
I don't understand the caffeine thing.
It doesn't do anything for you?
It does zip.
Yeah, same with Dad too.
I think unless it's on an empty stomach. I think I had a coffee once on an empty stomach and I thought I was going to pass out. I didn't think I could make it to the car.
Another thing I just thought of, there's probably many more
for
movies.
Me?
Yeah, The Family Stone.
Yes.
You thought it was so stupid.
Yep.
And now you love it.
Also, dressing up.
Oh, okay.
Like going all out.
Yeah. You thought that was stupid?
I think because as a kid, it was like, you have to wear a dress to church. And I was like, I hate this.
It was forced upon you, yeah.
But now, I'm like,
me
and my friend are going to a play on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like almost like, I'm only going to go with you if we're dressing up. Like, if we're not, then I'm kind of like, why am I going?
Yeah. I just thought of one for me.
Okay.
Flowers. Receiving flowers.
Yes.
I used to think receiving flowers was the stupidest thing ever.
I agree.
Because I'm not an overly like flowery like kind of girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always used to think, and flowers can be expensive.
Yeah.
So the money that you spent on the flowers, I could have gone to the movies. You could take me out to eat. You could buy me a book or a movie or a game or so many better things. And then a family from church, I don't know if I've ever told them about this. I should. A family from church bought me a bouquet of roses, I think it was, as a great job on camp, or years and years and years and years ago for the week of VBS. Yeah. At the end of it, it was like a congratulations, like you did a great job. And I remember being like holding them and being like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And I went home and like put them in a vase and I was like, this is so special. And now Julianne will sometimes get me flowers like just cause. And I'm like, flowers.
I agree.
It's funny though, because part of my brain is still like, it's stupid. But then I get them and I'm like, flowers.
People started getting me flowers like for my birthday during COVID. Friends of ours who like love flowers got me flowers, and I also thought it was kind of wasting money. But now I'm tempted to buy them for myself.
Yep. Yeah.
They're just like,
I know. I don't
who
know
doesn't love nature?
Some people.
Yeah, but it's silly. No offense. But like just a little something that brightens up the room.
Yep.
It just makes you feel happy.
I know. And it's probably also the whole gardens growing on me as I get older too. I think it's linked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think Jeopardy will ever grow on me though.
Jeopardy? Like the TV show?
Yeah.
That was so random.
No. Okay, sorry.
Flowers. I don't think Jeopardy will ever grow on me though.
Now I realize it's random. I was thinking gardens is kind of like, when I was a kid, it seemed like an old person likes gardens.
That's what linked it in your brain.
Sorry. Yeah. Crap.
Oh, man.
I feel like we started rough and ended rough.
No, we didn't start rough. What was the first?
made a weird comment.
Oh, about me
you
being
and
smooth? Yeah, that was a little weird.
We just had to bring it up again.
Yeah,
that's
apparently.
my fault. Anyways.
Oh, man. That was a good final question.
That was.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know a little bit more about us.
Yep.
We'll probably do this again sometime.
Probably. I think it's fun.
Yep. And highly recommend.
Go buy the book.
Go buy it. It's amazing.
Great for families.
There's also
couples, friends.
We buy it for couples all the time for their weddings. Did I tell you that I found it that there's a 3,000 would you rather? And there's a 3,000 something else too. And I was kind of looking through them. They give you a little sample because I'm like, can it be that different? It's different. It's like,
I love would you rather.
Would you rather's. It makes you think more because it's either two really great scenarios and you have to choose one, or it's two horrible scenarios and you're like,
it almost really narrows down what you truly believe.
Yeah,
because you can only pick
so we
one.
need to get it. And then we can do that.
Yeah, I really
for an
want.
episode.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Adios.
Thanks for listening.